Welcome back to our channel. For today's video ay wala po tayong unboxing. Pero meron po tayong mga bagong gadgets. Etong ating bagong Lenovo LOQ laptop at Llano laptop cooler. Maglalaro din po tayo ng NBA 2K25. Ngayon po ay Thursday, November 7. May game po ang Golden State Warriors sa Boston Celtics. Kaya yun po yung ating lalaruin ngayon. Ito po ang ating bagong laptop. Lenovo LOQ i7 variant, 14th gen. NVIDIA RTX 4060. Ito naman po ang ating laptop cooler. Ang Llano V12. 300 RPM up to 2,800.
And in NBA 2K, we've got it all. Music.
Basketball on 2K Sports. Up next, the Celtics taking on the Warriors. For the Celtics, they come in winning 7 of their first 8 games. A tough team to beat. Warriors, Celtics, only on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Wiggins and Green hold down the forward spots. Stephen Curry is out there with Moody, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Boston, the perimeter pair, it's White and Brown. It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Early in the season like this, it's interesting to see the improvement and new skills players have picked up over the offseason doors.
BA, it really is, because yes, do the players take a brief respite unequivocally? You've got to get your body right and get your mind back and rejuvenated. But the fact is, for most NBA players, this is a 365-day commitment. They are working on shooting, conditioning, skill development. There is very little time off for these guys.
Now here's Jackson Davis. It's Wiggins on the wing. Pass to Moody. On the wing, Curry. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by White. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
And somewhat surprisingly, the club split their 2 meetings last year.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
And the basket by Curry.
By the supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
Horford. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him, Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, with emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by Boston.
There's just a nuance and an understanding to what Steph Curry does. How good is this guy at finding the spot he's looking for?
Now here's White. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
Now here's Tatum, 4 on the clock, and it's good. 2 points.
It can be a very difficult thing to check Jason Tatum because of the multitude of ways he can score it. Give me the floater game, JT.
Here's Moody. Wiggins from long range. Holiday grabs the miss. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Curry passes to Moody. Here's Curry. Pass to Moody. From behind the arc. Nails it from 3.
Well, really nice delivery from Andrew Wiggins. We know he's a gifted scorer, but that will really smooth out his game.
There's Tatum with the 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside for Green. It's Wiggins on the wing. Back to Green. Pass to Curry. Outside Moody. From deep three-point land. Horford pulls it in. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Changes here for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Wiggins, and it's Buddy Hield in for Moody. Warriors trail by 3. Outside Hield. Puts up a deep 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
Boy, how about the release? I mean, no sooner does that ball hit his hands than he rises and fires. Buddy Hield doing what he's paid for.
It's good.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Kuminga. He picked up 15 in their last win against Washington.
And another key for them was his rebounding. Just a great effort. He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
That free throw good from Kuminga. And here's Tatum. He also had a big impact in that win against the Hawks. White with a screen on Green. Tatum from long range. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Hield. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Hield's got 6.
We all know this guy is a volume three-point shooter. Mr. Hield does not lack for confidence.
Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. Now here's Curry. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Washington.
Terrific all-around effort. If did a great job of creating for himself and others.
Pass to White. Brown looking around. And the jam by Brown.
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Jackson Davis with it. And no good. Horford with some nice D. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Celtics trail by 3. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Off target on the 15-footer. The Warriors have gone 8 for 14 from the floor. Green, the pass to Hield. On the wing, Curry. Over Holiday. Boston pulls it in. Horford's got 4 rebounds now. The 17-footer. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Hield on the wing. The 3. Tatum pulls it in. Boston has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Inside, Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Well, Al Horford does not mind sending a message now and then. How about that easy flush?
Here's Curry. Drops in the layup for 2. Curry's got 12 points in the game.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's White. 6 points for him. There's Tatum with the 3. Knocks down the long J. Tatum's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, Jason Tatum always working to expand his range. He might as well be in the next county.
Outside for Green. Pass to Hield. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Green with the ball. Kuminga finds Curry. Over Holiday. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. 14 points for him.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Back to Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
That's a big-time power move by Drew Holiday. He is so strong around the rim.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now here's Green. It's stolen by Holiday. Now Tatum. From deep. Can't get it to drop. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Well, the Celtics shooting the rock at 58% on the floor for the Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Buddy Hield is out there with Brandon Pajemski. And it's Kuminga in at the 3. To the right side. Here's Springer. And he gets that one.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Pajemski following the bucket by Boston.
Well, being aggressive and assertive. The big man snatching the rebound.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Pajemski. Pritchard gets it to go.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes, but again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
Kuminga got a hand on it. And they're pushing it up. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Healed on the wing. And here's Kuminga for 3. Drops in the 3. Kuminga's got 6.
Well, Hield knows you're going to give him a significant amount of attention. He uses that to find the open teammate.
Cornette sets a screen. Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. And Tatum buries it from long distance. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Fans now on the court is your basketball. Get loud and let them hear it. It's time for some DJ.
Davison, he's checked in for Boston. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry's checked in. Warriors trail by 6. This one for 3. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
They're very difficult to keep the ball out of Stephen Curry's hands because of all his movement. He can shoot from anywhere, and right now the defense has no answer.
Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Back to Curry. Takes the 3. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
Curry from deep three-point land. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Tatum inside. He's covered by Curry. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. There's the 3. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
Here's Davison. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Curry. Tatum can't hit. The Warriors trailing. To the paint. Here's Green. And he can't bank that one in. The Celtics have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Cleveland where they'll face the Cavaliers. And that'll be the 4th game of this 5-game road trip.
Well, Draymond Green is a smart, strong guy who is able to finish through contact.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Free throw no good for Green.
Well, there's a certain hunger to the way Draymond Green approaches an NBA game, and that in and of itself is a skill.
I think he caught the defense napping. Those plays can be soul-crushing.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 16. They double-team Horford. Here's Brown. Oh, okay then.
This guy, one of the most elite athletes in the game, Jaylen Brown, finishes beautifully.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Cornette's checked in for Tatum. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Warriors, #1. Boston in second.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
Here's Curry. 28 points for him. From deep three-point range, it's good! Curry with a long-range bomb.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Horford. And Horford powers it home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Outside, Brown to the middle. And Horford powers it home.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway runs.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Now here's Curry. He's got 36 points.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Pass to Holiday. 1:41 left in the second quarter. Off with the layup. The Warriors lead by 7. Outside Moody. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
You can always trust Steph Curry to make the right pass. This guy has unbelievable vision.
Horford outside. Outside White. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Curry against Holiday. Wiggins down low. Fantastic work down low from Wiggins.
The aggressive finish inside. Andrew Wiggins beats some very good defense.
Holiday with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. Horford outside. White on the wing. Pounded by Wiggins. White can't hit.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Curry. White with the steal. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Boston shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
Celtics trail by 9. Now here's Brown. He's got 9. Hauser can't get it to go. Here's Curry. Oh, Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State. He put up a jaw-dropping number of three-pointers. An exceptional single-quarter performance. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. To that. Let's hear it for our contestant.
Hey folks, and welcome. This first half has been the Stephen Curry show. He has just been everywhere.
Curry brings a different dynamic. No matter what the defense throws at him, finds a way to counter. Terrific first half.
Instead of doing it with size and speed, Curry does it with skill and heart, a special talent. And looking ahead tonight, here are the upcoming games we're looking forward to. It'll be the Detroit Pistons up against the Hornets in Charlotte. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off Eastern Time.
These are solid teams, pretty close talent-wise.
Absolutely a sneaky good game that should be very entertaining.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Celtics trail by 9. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them. Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Holiday passes to Tatum. And here's Holiday. Pass to White. Outside Tatum. From deep. The rebound by Moody. Moody's got 4 rebounds now. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
And the three-pointer goes.
You can just sense the confidence Drew Holiday has, ready to shoot off the catch.
Outside Moody from outside the arc. And it's Jason Tatum with the rebound.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
And man, does Holiday hustle out there. I mean, he keeps plays going with his activity.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Here's the 3. Boston pulls it in. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game? Great job on the glass. Bodies down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
The 3 from Curry. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Shot on the wing. Good on the shot. Tatum's got 18 points in the game.
so good at exploiting where the defense is. Jason Tatum in the pull-up. Man, that's good.
You're looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Stephen Curry is second.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
On target from range.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 18. That won't go either for Tatum.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Wiggins for three, and that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Holiday surveying the floor. White on the wing. Screen by Horford for three. Hauled in by Curry. The Warriors lead by 13. Outside, Green for three. And the Warriors get it back. Moody from outside. Pure from three-point range. 9 points in the game.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
And a deep three from Curry. Another three for Golden State.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
There's the triple. Good! Another from three.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Now it's a four-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard.
Now here's Curry. And again for three.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing.
Yeah, matching Clay's 14. One more shouldn't be too much to ask.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
The three from Curry. Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski comes in for Moody. Here's Holiday. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up. Holiday's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, because of his frame, Holiday can do some of his best work on the interior.
Tatum with it. He's got 21. Here's Pritchard. Off target from outside.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Kuminga throws it down.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I gotta believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Curry from deep three-point land. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Pritchard. Horford outside. Tatum from long range. Pass to Holiday. Outside, Brown. puts up a three. The rebound by Wiggins. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Podziemski's shot is good.
Well, the gravity of Stephen Curry allows for him to find open teammates, and boy, does he relish the chance.
Here's Pritchard. Unloads from 13. Podziemski grabs the board. Wiggins against Brown. Here's Podziemski. He drops it from range. Podziemski's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, the passing ability of Andrew Wiggins on display, and ask anyone, they'll tell you he's a great team guy.
Here's Pritchard. Back to Brown. Shoots over Wiggins. Brown, no good. The Warriors shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. Pass to Curry. Curry draws the double. And out of bounds, Boston will have it. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Hauser comes in for Holiday. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Anderson against Tatum. Over Anderson. Will not go. Misses off the front iron.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Outside Podziemski. Hield from outside. Knocks down the triple. Hield's got 9.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
Here's Hield. And so in the game for the Warriors, we've got Brandon Podziemski. Kyle Anderson is out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Kuminga in at the small forward position.
Well, Hield always has the green light from behind the arc. This guy's so efficient.
Here's Pritchard. No good on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Outside Podziemski. Fires from deep. Boston with a rebound. Tatum looking it over to the inside. Cornette. And he goes in for the dunk.
Jason Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
Outside Hield. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Hield's got 9 points now in the second half.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Podziemski's shot is good.
More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Podziemski. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's Pritchard. Floats one. Looney grabs a miss. Outside Hield. And the layup is good off the glass.
And a little contact never stopped Hield. A committed scorer who knows how to keep his balance on his shot.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Launches it from deep. No luck on that one.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Pass to Looney. Now here's Hield. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land. Hield's got 20 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Anderson against Tatum. Here's Pritchard looking to win the run. And that one's good.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
The Warriors have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Let's go with a three. Another three for Golden State.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have zero problems with the salaries.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Pajemski. Pritchard gets it to go.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Pass to Kuminga. Here's Looney. Now Pajemski. And here's Kuminga for three. Gets the three ball to go.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Pritchard. A shot from the high post. Off the left rim and out. The Warriors have gone 8 of 9 here in the fourth quarter. It doesn't go for him. Tatum with some nice D. The Celtics have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Here's Hauser. He's watched by Kuminga. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Pritchard. Counted. Pritchard's got 6 points in the quarter. Pritchard's gotten 5 of his 11 shots to go here. Pass to Looney. Outside Kuminga. And the basket by Looney. Looney's got his first 2 points.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing. Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Hits the trifecta. Hield's got 26 points.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Now here's Hield. Pass to Looney. Outside Anderson. Outside Hield. Three-pointer. Another three for Golden State.
Well, this is when Buddy Hield's teammates start to consistently feed him. They understand what a rhythm he's in.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Stephen Curry.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Fast break, here come the Celtics. Pritchard gets it to go.
I like the decision to push it. He gives the D no time to recover.
Outside heel. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hield's got 33 points.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
So Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
day.